welcome back to the Western Wilds, and today Cartech is going to be working for me because we have a rather large sugar beet field to harvest. We've got it on half time because this is one of, a bit like we did with Cartech's baling, this is kind of an additional video. Since the last time we were here, I have leased one of these. I have accidentally brought one of these unintentionally. And I'll put some pictures up on the screen of the prices. I have also, if I can get to it, brought the Massey Ferguson 8S. I can't remember what I paid for it, but it was totally worth it. I'll put the price on the screen. And I released the Brantner Power Tube trailer as well. And we also have Cartech's Alice Chalmers down the other end with my trailer on the back, because there's going to be quite a lot of karting, I think. And the plan is to couple headlands up here and then crack into it. So should we get to work, mate?
Yep, let's go for it.
Forwards would be a good idea, wouldn't it? And lowering the cutter. It's going to be one of those days.
It is indeed, and I forgot that I need to switch to push to talk. So am I lowered down?
Very good idea. I should do that as well. So nothing like a professional service. Right. Let's go. Now need to remember to push to talk. Yeah, this is such a cool little harvester. Even the one that I brought only cost 45,000, I think, for a self-propelled harvester. It's pretty good. I used them loads in FS19.
I don't think I did. I've seen them used, but I haven't used them yet. This is my first time, and they're pretty neat, to be fair.
Yeah, if you were on console for all of 19, they're PC only, obviously, because they're well, actually they're a brand that's in the game, or was in the game. I figure just the guy who makes them can't be bothered with Giants testing.
Yeah, most likely.
I've never found, I've not found, Giants testing is frustrating, but it's not that bad. But yeah, I can understand why some people can't be bothered with it. Particularly the extra layer of pain for console.
Yeah, I think you've said before, though, they were quite helpful in assisting when there was questions on issues with mods, wasn't there? Weren't they? So
yeah, and I think this the same. Most people that I've spoken to, the general advice is ask them, and they'll help.
Yes, absolutely.
So yeah, I don't think I'm actually going to make it across before I need to empty again, or before I need to empty for the first time.
Yeah, what we at? I'm at about 50% at the minute.
I'm 70% already.
You must have been taking in more than me then. I was doing half a pass.
Yeah, it is a bit tricky to try and get the whole thing. I quite often, when I've driven them manually, only been doing about 3/4 of a pass, and I'm not sure how well GPS is going to work with them. But
we can have a look.
Yeah, we have GPS, so we can see how we get on. But yeah, I think 3 passes should be enough to give us room to turn these things.
I would say so, yeah.
Probably not helped by someone having a silo right up close to the edge of the field.
Oh yeah, who did that?
Yeah. Got to make the most of the land.
Very true.
I'm full. I'm still surprised how small these plots of land actually feel.
Yeah,
I'll just drive
they
over.
feel small, and then when you start ploughing them and doing other jobs like that, they do. You kind of get an idea of the scale, then, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. I think probably once we get going, I did say about if we cut down the middle with GPS, but I wonder whether I might need to stick one of them on a worker and spend most of the time carting with how quickly we're filled up.
Yeah, that might be a not a bad
So I
idea.
might start one side and you go the other side, and I'll bounce between running, karting, and driving. You must be
Yeah,
pretty full by now.
yeah, I'm 95%, so I
Yeah,
might as well unload as well.
sounds like a good idea.
And while I'm doing that, I will record my intro if you don't mind.
Yeah, go for it. So yeah, this is going to be a pretty monstrous job, I think. How well we will do at making this a shorter video, who knows? We are pretty bad at that because we tend to get going chatting. But equally, I am very tired today, so we'll see. It does mean I will probably make many, many mistakes. But yeah, I think that second load from Cartech is probably going to almost fill that trailer, so... But I didn't want to get too big a trailer because I wasn't sure how the augers would do reaching into it. And yeah, I'm mostly interested in clearing space to turn, so I'm not worried about cutting that corner off too much. It's just these things are awful to turn, so... But this should pay really well. If the maths that I did works out right, we should more than replace all the money we've spent. Something that we haven't done is work out what our farms are worth. I had planned to do that between videos, but we didn't get a chance. My plan, or my thought that I could just take the files and do it from those, didn't work, because then the amount you paid is saved in the files, but the amount they're worth is not. So that idea did not work. I'm actually going to go and empty now while I'm half full. And then probably I think we'll kick into a time lapse, because otherwise this is going to become very, very long.
Now that I'm looking back, I can see all the signs I tried to fill in the cracks that were spread in my mind, but I was all out of hope, lost in an endless maze. The emptiness had unfolded just like a void, but you broke the coldness somehow.
This is a bit close.
Yep, it's closer than I would like to have been. I'm going to see if I can get rid of that tree.
Yeah, I've just folded my auger in thinking I was going to clobber it. Like in your PPE.
Still doesn't want to let me get rid of it. You'll just have to try and work around it, I think.
Yeah, no problem. Can get past it, alright.
I'll just get you empty and then I'll jump back in mine.
Okay.
So it's going to be, I definitely think I'm just going to stick the other one on a worker maybe, and because I've already taken over 10,000 litres out of yours.
Wowzers, okay. Shall I take my tractor off your trailer so you can connect between the two, or?
Can do, yeah. And I don't know if you want to move the trailer a little bit first, so you've got room to turn around at that end.
Yeah, probably not a bad idea, actually.
This is going to be quite a big job.
Yeah, you don't say.
If we get to a point where we've had enough and it's not done, I'll just carry it on when we do it properly in the next video. I'll just get workers going on it.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm alright to, repay the favour of your assistance with the baling, so...
Thank you.
Pleasure.
It's strange, they almost sound like they're electric, apart from the occasional rattle from the engine.
Yeah, they sound, almost hydrostatic, don't they?
Yeah.
Got that nice whine to them, like you hear the sprayers.
Yeah, I guess maybe it is. Maybe it's the, the John Deere have got cool, I don't know whether it's new or not. It certainly seemed new when the guy that I was watching was talking about it, where they've got, I might have even spoken about it to you before, where they've got the John Deere 8R, that rather than using the motor to drive hydraulics, it generates electricity to then drive a big electric motor to drive the tractor.
Oh, how clever.
And they had it set up on a big slurry spreader, which also had electric motors, and it passed power back to that. So I think of the 5 axles, 4 were driven.
Oh, wow.
So it was like 8-wheel drive.
Cool.
It was
very
nuts.
clever.
Yeah. And somehow it was supposed to be much more efficient. No.
Yeah. There's some madness there somewhere in the logic, isn't there?
Yeah, I don't get how using a diesel engine to generate electricity is more efficient than using a diesel engine to drive something, because there has to be power losses in there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right. These turn like barges, don't they?
Yeah. It's their one downside, but yeah, for what they cost, it's. Let's see if I can get some GPS running this side. Today is really not going well. My laptop just decided to disconnect itself from the switch box.
Oh dear, and I'm full.
I am on my way.
Oh, I was going to just dump it in the other trailer.
Okay. Do that then. Works.
How much have you got so far? And what's your prediction for yield?
I can't remember what I was predicting for yield. I've got a prediction for what I think it's worth.
Okay.
Based on wow, my harvester is already 80% full. Based on what I made off of the barley and kind of how much barley I got, and therefore how much sugar beet I think I'll get, but I can only remember the value, and I worked out that I think it might be worth about $250,000.
Nice.
Which, given what I've just spent on new tractors and harvesters and stuff, is quite useful.
Yeah, absolutely. I was mentioning about your shiny new purchase.
Yeah, and I think already must have about 50,000 litres.
I was going to say about that, it's going rather well, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I worked out that it would just about fit in the silo. So I'm thinking about, 400 and something thousand litres.
Mad, isn't it? Yeah.
So I think what I'll do is I'll leave this harvester on a worker, and I'll just run between the two, between you and him and or her, and try and keep you both moving.
Okay, yeah, sounds like a plan.
And then when I come to sell it, I don't know what the hell I'm going to lease.
Yeah, that's
Might have to be a lorry.
I'd say that's probably a lorry job that hopefully one that will fit in the silo.
Yeah, yeah.
That's something to think about.
I mean, that actually, it's not too bad getting a lorry in. Assuming the scales are the same as 19, because I use these silos a lot on 19.
Yeah.
And you could fairly easily get a lorry in and out.
Good.
So
Well, no, not good. I wanted you to struggle with it.
it's just like the problem is tipping a lorry in there.
Yes, yeah, you get the collision, don't you, on the roof?
Yeah. The collisions aren't as good as they were in 19. I think in 19 you could lift the trailer. The trailer could tip up into the roof.
Yeah.
Like into the eaves of the roof, whereas it can't in 22. It just hits a hard collision.
Yeah. The guttering's obviously more reinforced.
Yeah. I'm glad we have crop destruction off.
I was just about to say that. Here comes the realism.
Yep. Yep. There is zero realism involved in this.
Yeah. I was doing some recording the other day, and I was trying to think when it'll come out. Yeah, it'll be fine. Lease the sulky spreader, and
The 50
and then
metre one.
yeah, and then just to use something different,
Yeah.
and then bought one, and was trying to fill it up with the fertiliser that I'd bought, and I'd got a bag left, so I just chucked it in the back of the spreader.
Oh dear.
And then was asking later on about mowing setups in the UK and what people thought was realistic. So
Yeah.
A tale of two halves.
Yeah. I was surprised actually, because the 50 metre spread width on that is real.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I didn't think it was.
Yeah. Yeah,
Crikey.
I went and did some reading on their website, and the 50 metres is real.
It seems really, I mean, I was only doing a contract, so I'm guessing it's just standard fertiliser application, but it didn't seem to go down that quick either. I haven't watched your fertiliser spreader wars video. I didn't know if you used it in that.
I didn't, because it does have normal fertiliser usage. I think.
Yeah.
No,
Maybe it's just because I'm used to precision farming now, and
yeah,
I don't know.
I think so, because I'm using. No, I'm not. I was going to say I'm sure I'm using it somewhere, and it feels like it doesn't use very much.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But it's not in the cheaty category of the Lizard WMXL.
Yeah.
Which I have just brought on Greenlands, which might be a spoiler for when this comes out.
Yeah, you have to think now, don't you? It's like, well, when did I record that versus when this will come out on a Sunday, and
And this bit will mostly be time lapsed in mine anyway, because I'm going to try and have to start cutting out some of our random chatting.
Yes. I was well, on my own as well. To be fair, I was properly rambling on the last one and cut about 20 minutes out of it. So
I started off really well, with the intent of doing lots of time lapsing, and then we spent about an hour and a half talking, and it's like, I don't want to cut it out.
Yeah, it's the bit that we both enjoyed. I don't know about everybody else. But...
So and I don't know how much of this I'll leave in and how much I'll time lapse out, but
yeah, I guess that's the thing now. Well, you can do it, can't you? You can add bits in, time lapse it, whatever you want with it, be able to disable the sound and stuff. So
yeah, I mean, I guess in theory, you could be really advanced and keep the audio running at normal time and time lapse some of the video behind it to fill in for when we're not talking.
Could do, yes. I get confused with myself though.
When we've had enough of each other, and
back up. Sorry.
Jeez, you just can't get the staff. For what I'm paying you.
Peanuts.
Not even. You can have a couple of litres of sugar beet.
Thanks ever so much.
I think I'll have a little bit spare.
Yeah, you might well do. You don't fancy a sugar factory like you've got on
No, no, because
Greenland, then, no?
by the time it's processed, you'll be a multi-billionaire, unless you let me have a really cheaty one.
Is there a really cheaty one out yet?
I can
Or
make
you got
one.
to tweak it?
I
Yeah,
can make a
you
really
can tweak
cheaty
it,
one.
can't
I
you?
can make it as cheaty as I want.
Yeah.
It's the once you know a little bit, particularly with how it works in 22, you can make whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's so much easier with productions being built in and not having to use the global company stuff. It's so much easier to do all that kind of thing. I did a little bit of editing of it in 19, but not to the extent that I would consider doing it now.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, it's I kind of play with the brewery, and it's just kind of like, well, for me anyway, it's just trial and error. I didn't mess it up too much, and it worked a bit quicker. So
that's how you learn.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, all of the stuff that I do, I've learnt from just going, I wonder if I can make it do that.
Yeah.
And as you do it more, it just becomes easier.
Yeah. No, well, it's like anything, isn't it? Yeah.
It's the same with the one about contracts. It was only from us chatting. I was like, I wonder if you can work out which fields are allowed contracts on them or not.
Yeah.
It's like, it's that does it.
Yeah. Something bizarre going on with contracts, like we were saying on Discord earlier. I mean, I had
them vanishing.
Yeah, because instead of sleeping, I've actually tried just speeding up time. Got to midnight, and a seeding contract appeared. At 1 minute past, that had disappeared, and there was then a fertilising contract for that field. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I after Rob asked on Discord, I went on to Greenlands. I slept until 8 o'clock. I opened up the contract menu. There were 2 contracts. By 2 minutes past 8, they had both gone.
It's bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's got to be something in the code that...
It's something after the 1.5 update has changed it, I'm sure.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I slept until 6, and they did then hang around for a bit.
Oh, okay.
I had
That's if they're still there at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, so I slept until 6 a.m. and I think I had about 8 contracts pop up.
Right, okay.
And I suspect, from what Smock was saying yesterday, I think there's 2 windows where they spawn, maybe, or 2 times.
Yeah.
And if you're not really on it for picking them up when they spawn, they're gone.
You missed out, yeah.
Yeah, I think I suspect what they've done is because contracts or because fields tend to hang around without things being done to them for a very long time. They've maybe tried to address that, but they've got a bit overexcited in how quickly the contracts complete themselves if you don't take them on.
Yeah, I think that window seems to have closed somewhat, doesn't it?
Yeah, it feels like it should be about a day or about a month.
Yeah, especially if I can understand if you're on 1 day months.
Yeah.
Then fair enough, they go quite quick. But if you're on 2, 3
I
plus,
guess if you're on but even if you're on 1 day months, most stuff has at least a 2-month window for every job.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So it feels to me like they should allow you a month to do the contract, and then because it completes instantly when the computer does it, it should be like midnight of that first opportunity. It then takes the contract away and does the job.
Yeah, you missed the cut-off. Sorry, we're going to do it ourselves.
Yeah, but that doesn't seem to be the case.
No, it's frustrating, but...
And if you like contracts, like some of the people on this chat do, it's really annoying.
It is annoying. Very annoying.
Then on... I think it's my next Calmston video. Yeah, it's the one that I've just finished editing, I think. I grabbed the contracts at the end of the last one because they were there. And it's like, I'm not going to do them straight away, but I'm just going to take them and hold them until I do want to do them. because otherwise they'll be gone. And
Yeah.
I've swapped from contracts plus to better contracts, and I seem to be getting a few more,
Yeah,
but not many
I've
more.
also, yeah, I've just put in that one. There was an equipment one, wasn't it? I don't think it was it dynamic
Yeah,
missions or something? You know
yeah.
how we were saying the other week about how I had the Zerion appear with.
I had that crop up
Yeah.
on Calmsden today, for a baling contract on one of the fields that I've added contracts to, and it was the same. It was the Zerion with the front mower,
Yeah.
and that is a Giants thing, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
So one of my upcoming videos, with better contracts, you can define your own contract equipment.
Oh, that is cool.
Like I was talking about last week.
Yeah.
So I'm planning to do a guide to that. So so that you can use it. Lets you bring mods in as well. So you could get the fast bail on contracts and things like that. And what I did in 19 is I basically overwrote all of the configs with configs for stuff that I liked.
Yeah. Yeah. Good idea.
So like when you get a baling contract, you normally get a baler and a wrapper. I changed it so every time you got a baler wrapper, so you didn't have to do 2 passes.
Oh, I like it.
I changed it so that you always got one of the bale stackers, so it was easy. I think I added in more tractors so that you almost had a tractor per job.
Oh, I see. Rather than just one or two for head in, windrow in, baling.
Yeah. I mean, like cool. the hay contract I did on Calmsden, where I was using a Fendt 1050 to TED.
Yeah.
That's just stupid.
It was
mine.
It was mine, so.
Yeah, it's true. But, like a sugar beet contract, get 2 sugar beet harvesters, because the big fields on Calmsden, you don't want to do with 1 sugar beet harvester.
No, like I said before, and same with spuds, isn't it? Doing field 1 with 1 harvester, unless that massive cheaty one comes out with, what was it, 10 or 12 metre header.
There is one of those out, I think.
Is there?
Yeah, there is.
I'm getting behind on mods.
And I think in theory you could tell the game to use that, because you can tell it to use mods with better contracts.
Yeah.
And also you could if you completely overrode it, you could get it so it never gives you the tractor and the pull behind harvester.
Yeah.
You could have it so for a small contract you got like one of the Roper sugar beet harvesters, and then for a big contract you got 2 of them.
Yeah, that'd be good.
So, and you could do it probably as well. So if you had the beet, or you could get a beet auger and a lorry and a big trailer, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because that would be handy within the augers, because at least you can be dumping, can't you?
Yeah. I'm gonna work through. I'm doing about 1 tutorial video a week at the moment, and that'll be next week's tutorial once I've done enough work to set it all up. And I'll probably just release the data file to save people having to do it. But that'll be setups that I like rather than setups that everyone would like. But it'll show you how to do it as well. So
yeah, because I think people get nervous. Like especially with I hadn't realised that the one you did on contracts on Calmsden would involve Giants editor. I was like, ooh, maybe not.
I think if you just wanted to do the fields that I did on Calmsden, you don't need to, because all you need Giants editor for is to get the field ID numbers.
Yes, true.
But no, in this one, it's from doing it on 19, it's all Notepad++ stuff, but it's quite easy to make little mistakes. Because you're doing a lot of XML editing, and if you want to bring like your own configs of vehicles in, the best way of doing it is to go into the game on a test save, release the vehicle you want so you can get all the settings you need from the XML file, and then copy those into the other file.
Yeah.
So it is fairly easy to make a mistake doing all of that, but I I found it much more enjoyable doing contracts when you got the kit you like using rather than the kit Giants picked.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, especially for like you say, the big, really involved contracts. It's
Yeah. I mean,
much better.
you
Yeah,
know, particularly like big ploughing or seeding contracts, you could stick in some modded stuff and use that.
yeah,
It's and yeah, I don't think contracts should be a chore just because Giants have given you some random bit of kit that they've deemed to be appropriate.
yeah. You should be able to config, like you said. So
Yeah,
that'd be good.
and you might want to do different configs for different maps. If you're playing a US map, you might want to change it so you get a bunch of US style kit.
Yeah. No, definitely. Yeah.
If you're on a that's interesting. I left a big pile of missed bit. I guess that was where the planter skipped. Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to that one because I really enjoyed having, back in 19, it was bringing in the Anderson DLC stuff again, so you could have the fast baler and that kind of thing,
Yeah.
and swathing mowers.
Yeah.
Unless you get the big M, I think with 22 that's less of an issue because the base game mowers swath.
Yes. Yeah.
But in 19 they didn't, so you always got mowers and a windrower. And it's like, I just want to use the Cavernland nice ones.
Yeah.
And so it's that kind of thing. It just makes it more enjoyable.
Yeah, definitely. Like you say, it's playing how you want to play and that customization is there, isn't it?
Yeah, and you're not stuck to base game kit with this. You can bring in modded stuff. So if you wanted to bring in, I don't know, if you're doing an American map and you want to bring in custom moddings, new planter, and one of the modded quad tracks and that kind of thing, you can. If you want to, if you want to use the Bordeaux stuff that Giants have released or the Seedhawk, you can use all of that. That's not base game, but actually suits where you're playing.
Yeah, no, it's I haven't used the Seedhawk and stuff yet, or the Borgo, but it looks absolutely epic.
Yeah, I've used the Seedhawk on what map was I was playing on? One of the big American maps. I was just doing like fun and testing and stuff, and I used it to do a course play video as well, and the save, and I used the Seedhawk on that because the fields were massive, and you need a lot of horsepower.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Yeah, it's big old kit.
Yeah. And there probably aren't really any released maps that need it really yet, or like officially, like Mod Hub release maps. There's a lot of PC only maps where you could use it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I think when I was I doing? Oh, I was messing around on Elm Creek, I think, and I even then ploughed a load of the fields together, and it's still not massive. Do you know? It's not. We're not talking hundreds of acres per field.
Yeah,
it's doable with base game.
Yeah, it is
stuff.
I think maybe this or No Man's Land are the only maps on console maybe where you could build those insanely large fields, or Greenlands where you can take all the hedges out and you've got the wildlife area where I've made one big field.
That is going to be. I like the mega field.
Yeah. My next job on there is to plant that.
Yes.
I fertilised it today, which is a couple of videos away on Greenlands, and that wasn't too bad because I was using that slightly cheaty fertiliser spreader.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going to lease a big planter to use on there, but
it's got to be done.
It's where I've got the big John Deere tractor. I'll probably lease. There's a nice big John Deere planter that goes with it. I think that will be the way to go.
I think you may well be right.
it's I wanted to do a whole series of that kind of scale of farming, but I just don't have the kind of space to fit it in at the moment. So
Yeah, I know what you
that's
mean.
scratching the itch of wanting to do large scale farming without it needing its
Yeah.
own entire series.
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
Every
No, it's having the time, isn't it?
yeah, every other video I can do something on that bit of the farm, and then I've got the normal farm as well, which is more sane to deal with.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And there will undoubtedly be maps release in the future that you can maybe get on and do that stuff full time. But yeah, it's just having the time in the schedule, isn't it?
Yeah, and there's only so many days that you can release things.
Yeah, yeah,
And I'm much enjoying playing the ones that I'm playing at the moment more often. I'm finding is
yeah.
much more fun than playing a lot more different games less often.
Yes, yeah, yeah. Know what you mean? Yeah,
And it must be the same for you with playing Calmsden a lot. You make progress a lot quicker.
yeah, absolutely. And I think because these two series that we're doing are completely different. You don't
Mm,
get that. What was I doing? What?
yeah,
When was I trying to sell silage at a train? Oh no, wrong. It's
yeah.
not.
I
It's not like that at all.
At this point I've started making notes. When I
Have
finish
you?
when I finish a video, I make notes on what I think what I'm doing next. Because it can be a week between times that I
Yeah.
open them up, and so yeah, I make notes because otherwise I tend to think I can't remember what I've got to do. I don't know whether I can be bothered to load it up.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Whereas if I know what I'm going on to do, it's like, right, go on, do that.
Yeah. I try and of an evening get on for the next day and sort of think what I'm going to do.
Yeah,
And if I don't get a chance to do that, I can spend a good hour in the morning just thinking, right, what do I need to be doing? And I've not turned on. There we go. Bugger it.
yeah, and probably
There we
spending
go.
half the evening doing contracts.
Well, yeah, and just or just getting stuff in the right place. So when I get a chance to record, I'm not spending an
Yeah.
hour moving machines around, or it's just little things like that. But
Yeah, the stuff that you don't want to do whilst you're recording.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I more often now I will just do all of it as part of the video.
yeah,
It's again something we were chatting about on Discord with Mr. CDP's survival type series, where he did like a year's worth of work off camera almost, and suddenly jumped ahead between videos.
yeah,
I think it's a tricky balance, I think, and I've gone I've gone for I'll just show almost everything pretty much, because I find it's like, oh, between videos I've cut down half of the forest on Western Wilds and we have £500,000 in the bank. Let's go buy a new tractor.
yeah. I know. I don't know whether it's. Yeah, I'm torn because obviously we've said before he obviously does it all. He's a console player. He does
Yeah, he does
absolutely
all the
everything
work.
himself.
I'd just like to see it,
Yeah,
But
but I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's a mix, isn't it? And I'm missing stuff now. Of keeping a decent level of progress versus, like you say, we are now millionaires overnight sort of thing. I get it,
Yeah.
kind of, but yeah, it's,
it works for him. Obviously, he's massively successful.
oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I am nobody to judge how he creates things because he is very, very successful at it. It's his job.
Yeah, yeah.
It just doesn't suit what I enjoy watching, I think, is
No, I know
what
what you
I'm
mean.
saying. And I prefer it when people have series that are 50 or 100 episodes long and I can get really engrossed in them, whereas he tends to do a lot less because he jumps around maps a lot.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. I would. I mean, I was looking forward to. Is it Fruling?
Yes.
And I don't know. Yeah, whether that's going to carry on with him or not. But
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
don't
only
know.
watched I only watched a little bit of that. That was a bit narrative heavy for me.
Hmm.
Um, the series that I've enjoyed of his the most are the ones where he just plays the game how he wants to play it and does what he wants.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, and
So
yeah.
that the one he did where he was doing all the fast farming and stuff and just having fun, I really enjoyed that.
Oh, what was that on? Yeah.
It was the map
Um,
that was full of cheaty stuff for console players. And I can't remember which one it was. Some
it
of his
was a
Attingham stuff
DJ.
as well. Yeah, DJ Goham Industries.
Yes, that was it.
I
Yeah.
can't remember who the map was by, and he had a
No,
real
nor me.
battle with giants to keep some of that stuff in because the licensed stuff, the brands like it to be realistic, I think is the
Yeah.
problem.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, I've done it again.
So, but yeah, that I really enjoyed. His Attingham series I really enjoyed because a lot of that he was just playing Farm Sim and
Yeah.
chatting, and it's when he, when he's with like the Furling series, it's like, oh, we've got to restore the farm, and it's this working museum and all that kind of thing. I found that, kind of hard work.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I
Yeah.
just like watching people play Farm Sim.
Hey, this might come out as total madness, but just wait. I really need it.
Think and it's like after a while you think, no, no, this is painful for me.
Yeah,
Never mind people watching.
yeah. I occasionally do little bits, but it's more because I think people like seeing it rather than there are very few jobs that are easier to do in cab.
That is true. Yeah. Yeah.
If you've got the right tractor and the right combination of something like a plough and you haven't got GPS, that can sometimes be easier in cab.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you can place a bit of the tractor on the previous line, and that works. But
Yeah. Manual GPS.
yeah, if you've got GPS, most stuff I think is easier and looks better out of cab.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely easier for me anyway. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Ultimately, I am going to play how I enjoy playing as well, because this is my
Yeah.
relaxation time.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Completely agree. It is, you know, it's, yeah, we don't get paid a great deal. Well, I don't get paid anything, and you'll correct me if I'm wrong, but it's not, we're not going to be millionaires from it. So you've got to
No,
enjoy it. And if you
no.
start playing how everybody else wants you to play, and it's just going to get tiresome very quickly.
I think the problem as well is you can tell when people aren't enjoying what they're doing.
Oh yeah,
If
yeah.
it becomes a slog for someone to play to make a video because they think people will watch. I found it with I tried to do what I was just saying about roleplay stuff. I tried to do a roleplay type series when I was doing time lapses, and I found it
Okay, yeah.
really hard to do that, and in the end I just stopped it early
Oh, okay, yeah.
because I was enjoying the playing farm sim bit. I wasn't enjoying all the stuff that I had to do around it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
And that's why now it's like with all the productions on Greenlands, which I'm slowly getting rid of because I'm just not enjoying the extra work it involves.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I must admit that's why I've not gone down the route of having loads, but also just picking the ones that are a bit not a bit different, because most people have done everything, but stuff that kind of fits in. Not going to do sugar because, watching your Greenlands one and who else was it? Oh, Daggerwin with the one on Ovaleron, but I couldn't be doing with it. It was like me in the brewery. After a while, that got really tiresome of having to shift those crates. So you
Yeah.
set it to distribute and not distribute, sell. Sorry,
yeah.
and
I've literally
you lose out.
Yeah, on Greenlands I had to spend. I think that's in might have been in the video that came out yesterday or the day before yesterday. I
Yeah,
just
you
had
were
to spend
shifting
like
loads.
10 minutes shifting pallets
Yeah.
because it was getting full. And as soon as that thing's got about 100,000 litres left to process, and as soon as it's done, it's being sold.
Yeah. See ya.
Yeah. The only downside is that the chocolate pays really well that's coming out of the dairy.
Yeah.
But, I can live without that. Or I'll buy sugar if I really want to do that.
Well, yeah, just cheaty spawn a few pallets.
I just buy
Don't
it.
tell anyone, though.
I'm sure there's a way of buying it.
Yeah, there is.
So if I really wanted to do it, I'll just buy some. So
Yeah, because there's the buy production input mod, isn't there?
yeah, and I'm sure there's packs now with pallets for almost everything. So
Well, and that, yeah. Yeah.
we are hammering through this job much quicker than I thought.
It's, it's going quite well, isn't it, really? We are now 36 minutes recording-ish, so 38. So, yeah.
It must be 2/3 the way through the field.
Easily, I'd say. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Looking at the map,
It feels a lot faster than 5 mile an hour as well.
I'll
Daft
have
as
to
that sounds.
have a check in a minute and see what's in the silo, because I just seem to be endlessly running between the two of you and the silo. So I've lost count of how many loads I've tipped.
Yeah, I can't help you there. I haven't been counting either.
We've got 250,000 litres in the silo at the moment.
We may. Good going.
Yeah.
We might actually get a shorter video this week then.
We might,
Crikey.
I might even be able to leave it in us chatting.
Yeah. Yeah. Who knows? It's not going to be a 5-minute time-lapse video of
No.
harvesting.
And £660 per 1,000 litres.
Good indeed.
So I think I might be about on for my guess.
Yeah, it's definitely on track.
Yeah, I'm going to need to, between videos, have a look for a cheap lorry and trailer.
Yeah, well, it might be worth having a scout around. Definitely.
Yeah, I know there are usually loads of cheap lorries about, because a lot of the modders that don't put them on Mod Hub quite often make them dirt cheap.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Or I might just get a big trailer with a dolly. No, I can't have a dolly trailer for selling because I need to back it up to the auger.
Yeah, fair point.
Because otherwise it's going to take me hours to sell this stuff.
I reckon you should just bite the bullet and get a sugar mill.
No. You're only saying that because that means all of my sugar beet will be stuck in the sugar mill for a year.
Yep. Nefarious tactics.
Yeah. And I can't even edit it behind your back.
No, because I have to load it in and
Yeah.
update it.
Look at this really cool mod I found.
Oh, no.
This genuine, legit, really cool sugar mill mod that I found.
Oh, dear.
That processes the whole thing overnight and doubles the amount of sugar you get.
Yeah, that'd be quite handy, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe against the fair play rules. Have we got any fair play rules? No, I think they
not
might
really.
have got out the window.
Yeah, not really. It's when bits of kit start vanishing.
Oh, don't. I was laughing so much watching your video.
I was not laughing so much watching yours.
I was quite impressed that I managed to keep on holding a conversation with you
Yeah.
and move that and not.
That was quite impressive, but yes,
And
I
not
was
mess
not
it up.
impressed watching you. No, I had to edit out a couple of bits from, I think, the next 2 videos where I was talking about that.
Why?
Because the phrases I were using might have triggered the YouTube algorithms.
Yeah,
I'll
okay.
I'll tell you when we've finished recording.
Oh dear. Might have to add it as a subtitle. This is what he said about me.
No, well, you can, but
No, I
it's
won't do that.
it's not something that I would say verbally on a video because
You'd
yeah,
get told off by YouTube.
yes, and not because it's swearing.
Oh.
Yeah. I am genuinely. I thought I was going to need 3 of these harvesters to get this done in a sensible amount of time.
I can't believe. I mean, all right, we're probably going to take what, an hour maybe, but yeah, it's good going.
I'm not so bothered now that I've brought one because I think it's vaguely achievable that I could just leave a worker harvesting a field with one of these and get the job done.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's not. It's a very open map, isn't it? You don't got to worry about walls and whatnot. Oh, there we go.
It's just trying to get.
So you can just do a headland where you need to, and then jobs are good.
Yeah. As I was saying, I want to turn these 2 bits into one field. So keep the field that's got soybeans in it as a field, and then have this side as one big field. Because I think any more than 2 is just going to be a pain to deal with. Because
I think you're right.
You want one field growing and one field to harvest.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You don't want to get.
I think that's the way to operate.
Yeah, because crops grow in 2 days. So you plant it one day, it has a day of doing nothing, and then you can harvest it.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of you harvest and plant on one day, the next day you fertilize it, and then the day after you harvest it. And the day you fertilize it, and the day you fertilize it, you want to be harvesting your other field.
Yeah. I like this faster pace.
I was saying that
said before.
I think it was in either my Calmston or Greenlands video that it's so different. And I'm really tempted to do a series a bit like it. I sort of did it on Stone Valley in 19.
Yeah.
But it wasn't anywhere near as fast as this.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, it's just 2 hours a week or whatever it is, isn't it, that we do, of just not even mucking about, but just playing how you want to play, and
and completely different to how both of us normally play.
Yeah, exactly.
And neither of us are mega realistic, as we've just spoken about, with you putting full bags of fertilizer inside full fertilizer spreaders.
Yep.
But we both kind of play with seasons on and do stuff somewhat with half an eye to realism.
Yeah, with a nod to realism. Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah.
One of my favorite.
Go on. Sorry.
One of my favorite sites is still you driving down the road on the French multiplayer we did for a little bit, with a full fertilizer spreader, a full front box, and 2 or 3 bags of fertilizer hanging off the front loader.
Yes, that was one of my better moments.
And then driving around the field like it until you fell over.
Yeah, until I can't remember what happened. I think it was lag. I'm going to say it was lag.
Yeah, definitely.
And the bags flew off the front, and then had to try and hook them back on. But
it wasn't the crazy high centre of gravity that you had.
No, not at all. What happened at this bit here?
The seeder bounced. The planter bounced, I think, because it's the 9-metre rigid planter.
Oh yeah.
They occasionally bounce, and that's pretty much what happened there. I think it might have hit that pile of straw and bounced.
Oh, okay. I'll let you off there. Sounds very plausible.
Yeah, because it's a direct planter, so it just went straight in after the barley crop.
Yeah. Oh, I forget it's a direct one. Yes.
Although I think I'm going to need to plough this afterwards, so I might have to buy myself another plough.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But you will. It's a root crop, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know whether I might be able to go the next size up now with the extra 25 horsepower.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. How's your new toy?
It's very nice.
Is it?
It's very nice.
Does it
Not
smell
getting
new?
Yeah. Well, no, because it was used.
Oh yeah. Smells new to you.
Yeah, they thankfully took out all of the empty sandwich packets and cans of Monster. It's really nice not having to wait for it to change gear.
Yeah. Yeah. I know what you mean. Although I did see. Where did I see it? Oh, it was on. I'm sure it was on a Larson's Farm episode. They've got one of the internationals, or something very, very similar. I'm sure it was an international that we had started with.
Yeah,
So,
cool.
I was like, oh, yeah, I haven't ever seen it before. I think they were looking at one of the sheds after either one of the storms that had appeared or happened.
Yeah.
Sorry, not appeared.
So I was browsing mod sites yesterday for old case tractors, and I was looking at this old case tractor by Julian F. Modding, thinking that looks really nice, and then I realised it was the one that we have.
That looks ever so familiar.
Yeah. That looks really well modelled. I wonder which. Oh, it's on Giants. Oh, that's why I know what it is.
Because we've got it.
Yeah. I'm still looking for a nicely modelled older case that's got an open cab with a front loader on it. And I've not found one that's a nice looking mod that's not, a bit dodgy.
Yeah, throws up errors every time you use it. Yeah.
So, and the one that I used in 19 was not the cleanest in the world. I think it was a convert from 17, but
Oh. Yeah, that's the only thing with that Alice Chalmers is it's a much better gearbox, and obviously it's a little bit more powerful, but
it's half
just
finished.
Doesn't. Yeah, needs a little bit of finessing.
Yeah, FSG's using it on his new series, I think, isn't he?
Oh, is he? I haven't watched that yet. Oh.
Yeah.
He does like an Alice
I
Chalmers,
think
doesn't
he's
he?
using the 2-wheel drive version rather than the 4. I think ours is the 4, isn't it? Or yours is the 4. I've returned the least one that I had. Are you full?
I am indeed, yes. Sorry.
We'll come across.
Put my hazard on.
It's okay. I should have probably come to you first rather than the worker.
It's okay. It's okay. I know my place.
Yeah. Behind a piece of AI. Oh, it's not even AI, is it?
Come on, keep up.
Behind a very simple bot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if he's done 2 episodes. The first episode is an interesting series. It's unusual for him because he's worrying about money limits.
Okay. It's on Middleburg, isn't it?
Yes.
I need to. There's been days this week, and the weekend, where I've just not had time to sit and watch anything, and then you sort of prioritise who you watch, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, that's one of the ones I'm gonna have to go back to at some point. But
Yeah, no, I've been watching more real farming lately than farm sim. So
yeah. It's a busy time of year, though, isn't it? Definitely,
yeah,
especially in the
with all
everywhere at the minute.
the hay and silage going on and stuff. I've been watching a lot of Joe Seal since he had his barn fire.
Yeah.
And Ollie Blogs and Millennial Farmer since he had the storm.
Yeah, it's funny how tragedy makes you watch. Oh,
Yeah.
come on, worker.
I didn't realise, I don't know how recent it is, but Millennial Farmer has his 10-year-old kid working on the farm driving an 8 Series John Deere.
Yeah.
It's that's meant he was driving it down the road. Well, down their farm tracks.
You need to go back to probably last year's harvest, and he's running the grain cart.
Yeah. It's
The
nuts, isn't it?
60,000 bushel grain cart with 8RT tractor, maybe, I think it was.
Just
Something
nuts.
like that. But yeah, it's like, it's just, yeah. And then he's
But-
running the Land Roller, or
Yeah, but it's just
And-
like I've got him set up. I'm just going to go off now and do something else somewhere completely different, and not even be able to see him.
yeah,
No,
yeah. It's just, yeah. I think it's brilliant. You know,
To
you
be,
would think,
yeah, I mean, to be
I'm
fair,
jealous.
as a 10-year-old, although my dad was with me, I was sailing his 30-odd foot trimaran pretty much on my
Okay.
own. It's not quite the same value as a, £500,000 worth of tractor, but
Yeah, yeah. It's very, it's good to watch.
yeah. I used to watch my nail farmer a lot, and then I kind of drifted away. It tends to happen when I tend to drift away from them for a bit, and then the storm brought me back, and I'm really enjoying watching his stuff again. Getting all the crops in the ground and stuff.
Yeah, I think I was talking about this the other day with someone, and some people, no matter what they do, as soon as the video comes on, the like button gets hit. Do you know, like, they
Yeah.
don't do, not bad videos, but there's
Yeah,
always
I know-
something enjoyable. And,
I know
and
what
when
you
he
mean.
was on, and he was on about John Deere and the planter, and he's then looking out the window and goes, "Oh, there's a red one over there. I wonder how much they want for that," sort
Yeah.
of thing.
He's entertaining to watch whatever he's
Yes.
doing, and that's why he's
Yeah.
popular.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I think it's like the same we were saying with FSG. It's why he's popular. He's really entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's just some people like that. Yeah, they can do no wrong, but not to blow too much smoke somewhere. But yeah, it's always fun to watch.
Yeah, and I suspect some of that is that they are really charismatic people.
Yeah.
Zach's videos, probably you may only see, I don't know, half of the footage he records as his wife edits it into something that's entertaining.
Yeah, maybe she's the real star for having to
Yeah.
put the bleeps in sometimes and whatever else. Yeah.
There is an element of having a good editor probably helps a lot.
Yeah. Do you know one?
No, no, I don't.
Oh dear.
I know
you've
Kadurk
got that.
pays for an editor for his videos.
Oh, okay.
I think more from a time point of view.
Yeah.
How that works with how much he makes off of YouTube, I don't know, but you going to yes, yeah, he has someone edit his videos, and I think that was more because he was too busy to record and edit, and because he went sort of full-time YouTube at one point, and then he got a day job again.
Yeah. Yeah, it's yeah, I've seen a few. Who else is it I've been watching or watch a bit of? Fastag. I'm sure they get theirs edited as well. But
I've not seen
surely there's got to be, I think, Montana. I think. But they've got a massive Borgo drill, air cart and drill. It's huge. But surely, I missed a bit. Surely there's got to be just as much time in watching it back and telling them how you want stuff to look as doing it yourself. That's what
guess
I've
you
always
probably
kind of
don't
thought.
know. You probably just say, "Here's all the footage. Make a cool video."
Yeah, and have the trust in them that they would. I don't think I'd be able to do that.
No, that would be my problem.
Because they'd keep coming back to me going, what were you doing here? And I'd be like, oh yeah, cut that bit out.
Yeah, I'd be like, "Here's the footage. Here's exactly how you're supposed to put it together."
Yeah, I'd be the same. I'd be exactly the same.
I can't believe that we are pretty much done. I've been going for an hour and 15 minutes. I might not even need to
Yeah, I
edit
think
this.
I'm about the same, to be fair. Yeah, I'm
empty.
just going to check levels and, yeah,
Awesome.
need to get a bit down the bottom and then I'm done.
Oh, cool. I'm going to empty the trailer and tidy up what the work has left.
Okay. Oh, it's gone quick, hasn't it? I am still surprised how quick it's gone.
Yeah, 360,000 litres.
Blimey, very good.
I'm pretty pleased with that.
There's another 42 litres for you here.
Oh, wow. And then I'll need to return whichever one is least.
Yeah, this has got 1.3 hours on it.
The other
So
one
there you go. That's how long we've been going.
is 1.2. So
unload.
you can empty. I should probably empty the other one because I've still got 1,000 litres in it before I return whichever random one is least.
Yeah. And I don't think there's any bits. Well, you've got one anyway to keep, haven't you? If you're
No, the map is all clear. So
excellent.
looks like you've got stuff to harvest next time when we come back and do a proper video.
Yes, yeah, I clocked that earlier. Looking forward to that. Ah, it was that one. There we go.
Oh, cool. That's good. Yeah, I kind of wish I hadn't brought that one by mistake, but it's not the end of the world.
What was it? How much was it to lease?
2 and a bit thousand.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say maybe it'll pay off, but no.
Versus 45 to buy. Yeah.
You did have GPS there, I suppose. Didn't
Yeah, I might actually keep the leased trailer to sell in. I might just put the extensions on it. And put
yeah,
a
good
weight
shout.
on.
Because you know what you could do? You could see if the base game worker would do it.
Yeah.
Because it's going into the auger, isn't it?
It'll drive it down there. It won't sell
Yeah.
it.
No, that's a fair point. Yeah.
I think that was pretty darn successful.
It was indeed.
Thank you very much for your efforts today. I didn't actually get to drive one of the harvesters for more than the 3 headlands, but you've just disappeared. Oh, you're...
Yeah, I'm just... there we go.
Ah,
In your lassie. I
sneaky.
can't... for some reason, it does weird things when I leave a vehicle. I can't get back into...
have you got super straight turned on?
No, I don't think I have, actually.
Okay, because that normally does mess stuff up. Well, actually, while we're on, I'm going to remember to get rid of your contractor rights.
Yeah, fine. Be like that.
Just so that we don't forget for next time and get confused as if things are being weird.
Yeah, when I start selling my product and it goes to you. Yeah, we don't need that.
Oh, yeah,
much.
that would be terrible, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Or if that abandoned Alex Chalmers over there got towed away and locked up.
Oh, yeah, that needs moving.
Yeah, I'll just put it behind some shed
fun.
doors and lock the doors. It'll be fine.
Yeah, get a padlock.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good. Thank you for your help today.
Not a problem at all.
A moderately sensible length.
Yes, I was going to say that's what she said. And that's the first real cheesy, corny, silly joke, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could actually say that we may have actually made a shorter video today.
Definitely. And
cool.
Next video we'll carry on with today with normal service being resumed.
Yes, we will indeed. Yeah, speed the time back up.
Yeah. Same time next week.
Cash. Sounds like a plan.
See you then.
Catch you later, mate.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, all the usual now, like, subscribe, comment, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.